to me. So let's see if we can do that. But let's go ahead. Here you are. And by the way, I like the black golf ball in case you lose it in the snow, I guess. So as you start to take the club away, everything looks really good. But going into the spring and into the summer, into the season, a couple things that I would have you keep an eye on. As you start to take the club away, it's beautiful here. Okay, you stay within the body box really well. Okay, there's what I like a lot is the depth in your hands and the depth in your trail hip. And that's that yellow line there. And if you look at what's interesting is because your spine is going into such good extension in the backswing, so it's rotating, extending, and tilting, you can see that you're kind of looking out of the corner of your eye. And that's something we call VOR, or vestibulo-ocular reflex. And it's your head turning in one direction, your eyes recentering down to look at the golf ball. That's an excellent. I look for that in good players. And that tells me that your spine is probably staying centered and that you're staying in extension in your spine right here. Okay. Now, starting down is where I might focus. Real quick, before we start down from P4, take a look at your trail foot here. Okay. As you start back, you can see the foot gets kind of out onto its instep, comes up off the ground there, gets out onto the outside. Keep an eye on that. Maybe flare that trail foot to match the 45-degree flare of the lead foot, and that might keep the pressure inside just a little bit more, and that'll give you real good extension in that trail leg. Okay, so P4, let me get rid of that arrow. From P4, as we start down, okay, let's go from P4, my P4, P5 movement pattern. What I really like to see here is that you've regained the flexion in your trail leg. Your upper body has regained its flexion from its extended position at the top. You've gone down a little bit, which is the sit move in the golf swing. Now, the only thing that I would keep an eye on coming down is, let's watch the face as we get into the P6 position here. Okay, the hands move out away from their original position. Okay, and right about here in the P6 position, you can take a look at the face of the golf club. Okay, how it relates to your spine. I'd like to see a little bit more lead wrist flexion here to get that face nice and square. Okay, and as a matter of fact, with the driver TrackMan numbers you sent me, I noticed that your swing path, which would be from maybe knee height coming down through impact and knee height on the way through, is out to the left a little bit. So you may be starting your path to the left just a little bit, and your swing direction is moving to the left as well. That could be because your wrist isn't in flexion enough, causing the face to be slightly open. Okay, and the face is the biggest influencer of path, so we want to be careful there. As you come in, you can see you're kind of exposing the heel of the club right here because you've moved towards the ball just a little bit. Okay, but this is excellent coming through. Let's take a look at the face of the club here. Okay, so you can see the face of the club here, okay, is much more in line with your spine. Pretty good work for the winner, my man. Okay, and then up into your beautiful finish. All right, buddy, stay warm out there, get some sleep, and keep up the good work. This looks great. Any questions, just let me know.